Good day, everybody. And once again, we are back together. So, we are still looking at that technical maths paper 2, right, from May, June 2024. So, please, if you haven't subscribed, just hit that subscribe button. Right, let's get into some Euclidean geometry. Continuing from the previous question, they say in the diagram below, we've got D, H, G, F, and E. These are points on the circle. HG is extended to K. Now remember, when I say a line is extended, it means that line is a straight line. So they are trying to tell us that this line over here, okay, so let me just indicate it. So there's our line HK there, right? That is a straight line. And so that means that we can either use exterior angles of a triangle, sum of angles on a straight line, or we can use exterior angles of a cyclic quad if we find it. Right, so they say to us D1 is equal to 48 degrees, and they tell us that HG is equal to FG. All right, let's get into the questions. So they say determine with reasons the size of each of the following angles. Right, angle E. So firstly, let's look at angle E. Angle E would be equal to, so that would be equal to angle D1. So those would be 48 degrees, right? So that would be 48 degrees. And the reason for that is that these are angles on the same segment, right? So remember, we've got that butterfly. Okay, so we often call it the butterfly theorem or the bow tie theorem, whatever you want to call it, right? So in this case, we know that D1, so angle E is equal to D1, which is 48 degrees. And these are angles on the same segment. All right. Okay. Right. So D2, so angle D2. Now I want you to note, guys, that we've got HG equal to FG. Right. And in this case, it would mean that D2 would also be 48 degrees. And this time, because these are lines, or rather angles, that are subtended by equal chords, right? So chord FG is equal to chord HG. And in this case, it means that D2 is equal to D1, angle D1, which is 48 degrees. And these are angles subtended by equal chords. Right. Okay, and the last one is G4. So we want to find out what is the angle in, I wrote it as though it's a 90-degree angle, right? That's not my intention. So angle G4. Right, we want to find out what is the size of that angle. But look at this. We know we've got a cyclic quad, which is DFGH. So this is a cyclic quad. All right, and so that's the exterior angle of a cyclic quad. And we know that this is equal to the angle on the opposite interior side, okay? So G4 is equal to D1 plus D2. In fact, let's call it FDH, right? So G4 is equal to angle FDH, right, which composes of D1 plus D2. And so that would be 48 plus 48, and that would give us 96 degrees. But why is that the case? Because it is the exterior angle of a cyclic quad. And ladies and gents, that brings us to the end of this question. Right, please guys, continue to apply all of these theorems. The more that you keep doing it, the more you will get better at Euclidean geometry. The only way to get better at Euclidean geometry is by doing Euclidean geometry. So for now, I will see you guys again next time. Sharp, sharp.